pour the milk in, put the peaches on top, bit of yogurt, come back to the couch because, morning chill, grab a couch, cereal, put on some Netflix maybe if I'm taking it a bit slow for the morning. That never happens these days, but when it does, it's great. Then go to the bathroom, brush my teeth, head to the office, turn the home office, turn the screens on, turn the lights on, etc., etc., etc. So I've got a process of my morning. Now, I'm probably a bit routined and a little bit on the, but anyway, what we've got here is it's clear start to finish. On the weekends, though, there's some little variances. I might sleep until 7 o'clock. Woohoo. Sleep into, and then what I do is then I probably slowly might go on my phone, read some news or watching TikToks and too edgy Instagram reels these days. My algorithm, not a good thing. But so what I'm doing there is I'm going step by step, and I'm realizing that Monday to Friday there's a process. Saturday is a different process. And so that's the process of documenting your entire business. And so what I do is I map it out. So I've just done one for an accountant where we've gone through one of their most massive things, and it's a big whiteboardy sort of thing called FigJam or Miro. I'm sure many of you are familiar with the tool. And we've gone through and we've gone, okay, so where can we incorporate AI? What can we automate? And we go through our entire process and we figure out step by step by step how we do that. And so this is what we're going to go through. Over here on your screen, you can see a few different icons. In the middle is ChatGPT, or OpenAI, is the brain we use for this. And I've got Facebook over to the right, Salesforce CRM in the top right corner, Xero, and then the Google Suite. So this is all saying that all these tools that we use on a daily basis, these are some very generic tools, but you sort those out for WhatsApp or Slack or Trello for task management, or all the different tools you use on a daily basis, whether it's Excel, all these different tools, they can talk together. 95% of the tools we use can talk together. We're just going to do it. And so there's this technical term which I'm going to weave past because it's way too nerdy, but there's a simple way to get into this called an API. API. Now, what that means is for us technical folk is we can take it and we can hook all the points together. There's a simple tool which actually allows you to do this now, which is amazing and a lot faster than it used to be of literally running thousands of lines of code. There's little pretty interfaces for us to drag things in now, which is what we'll uncover today. But this example here, we could go, well, every time okay, here's a good example. So all my Facebook, I'm getting a bunch of comments about a certain topic. Hey, I can't figure this out from, let's say, my software product. Okay, I'm just going to be, let's go to a lawyer, right? Hey, I can't figure this out. Can you help me with this? Or your Facebook messages coming in, hey, I need an appointment, etc., etc. We can connect it to other tools. So we go, ChatGPT, can you just summarize this? Can you tell me the sentiment of it? Going, hey, is it a new lead? Is it an inquiry? Is it a problem? Is it a complaint? Route it from there. So you can pull all your data and use AI to kind of process that data like we would. So if you're on Facebook, get a new message, then you would go, what is that message about? Okay, it's a new business, so I'm going to pass it over to Sam over in sales, right? The same process we can train AI to do. And then we've got Xero. A good example could be, let's do, okay, so from Gmail, hey, can we make a new proposal from this email? Cool, so analyze it and connect it and then make a new proposal in Xero for users, Xero for your quotes or anything like that. So the whole concept is that we can connect the dots. Just like the illustration things, connect the dots. It's all possible with AI. So AI in the equation. I've kind of talked about this a little bit, but the overarching thing is all these tools connect to each other anyway. We don't need AI, but AI is the elevation. So these automation tools have been around for 10 plus years. I've been playing around with them for about 8 and having a good old time, doing things like syncing all my emails into a database sort of thing, so I've got like a second brain, nerdy productivity crap. And then things like, when I arrive home, can I turn my light switches on? Things like that, so it's taking those sort of automations. But with AI, we can pull in the context. So hey, what's a good example? Okay, hey, I've just come home, Cool, recognize that you're home. Now I'm going to go through your emails for the day. Okay, cool, on Slack messages. I'm going to summarize that and now tell me what your mood is. I've had a really great day with no complaints, or I've had a day of dealing with some people that just wouldn't take, the right idea. As we all familiar with those days, right? We've all had those days. So what I've done is, I could do, I'm not doing this, but she should, is coming home and going, okay, do I need to turn the jug on if I need a cup of tea after a long day, or is it, okay, just put the TV on for me automatically, those sort of things, right? Because I can understand this, the context. And so for businesses, what could this look like? It could be, okay, hey, here's our emails from our entire email accounts, all our email accounts. What we're going to do is we're going to connect this to Salesforce, our CRM, or if you use HubSpot or MailChimp, or whatever you guys use for managing your clients. We take the data about them, we connect the dots, and then we generate an automatic reply ready in draft in your email inbox. So it could be, hey, here's all my client information. Instead of, if you're people like more in sales and you get thousands of emails a week, what that's going to do is you can literally go into it and you can hop back into Gmail or Outlook, and there's literally going to be automated replies using all the context you've got from your meeting notes that we talked about before, about their preferences, their location, what products they're interested in, all that sort of context, and we can generate replies based on that inside Gmail ready to go. That is all possible now. And now that sounds boring, but no one likes writing emails. I don't think there's anyone on the face of the planet that enjoys writing emails. So all those sort of tasks, remember that I was talking about workplace satisfaction, the happiness that comes along with automating the tasks that they've got to be done. But you didn't go into business, you didn't go into foreign business to write emails for an hour a day, right? You didn't go into business to do project management, well, unless you're a project manager, but all those sort of tasks we have to do to run a business, we can figure out how to automate it. So that's the ultimate thing here. So this is, before I enter the API, this one here is a few tools that I've been playing with. And now for today, I'm going to show you just a screenshot of something, but I'm going to just quickly talk through these. I don't have a whole lot of time, and we'll be here for a long time just showing step by step, but I want to talk you through these. So there's a few really interesting ones. One top left, Bardeen. It's a Chrome extension. So who uses Google Chrome on their computer? Okay, so literally it's free for a certain number of tasks a month. You can pay to get more, of course. And what you can do is you can teach it to do all your manual tasks. So if you go into, what's a tool you use frequently? What's your CRM, Dean?
Zoho.
Zoho? Zoho, yeah. Cool. So you'd use Zoho and you'd go step by step, this is what I do. Teach it to click certain buttons if you want, and it can do that. And so if it's like, hey, I've got I need to add a new lead into Zoho, and you're in an email, you might have this little button thing in your Chrome extension bar, click that, and it would go, I want to do this. It would recognize you're on Gmail, so go, here's the suggested ones, type in a little thing about it, and then we go, cool, and it would literally control your screen to go and do it, which is pretty damn cool. The other thing is also it can do it in the background. You can do things like, at this time of day, do these tasks for me. So it could be, hey, at 5 o'clock every morning, summarize all my meetings for the day. Tell me what I need to prepare for it. Come up with some notes from our CRM. All those sort of things to help you with sales. I go into sales because it's a bit of a passion, but there's so many things we could do for, think of lawyers. Okay, here's your cases for the day. What's the information that you need? What are the actions you've got to do beforehand? Give it to you in a Google Doc. Just take all that data, put it in Google Doc for you, and you open Google Doc and do it, tag people in comments, ready to go. It's summarizing that content. The next is Zapier. It's amazing. There's literally tens of thousands of tools that are connected. Every tool that you probably use is on it, 99%. And so what this does is it's a visual editor. I think I've got an example. It's exactly like this. We'd go in and you choose the tools you use every day, and it will tell you how to log in to it. So go connect it to your Google account and your Facebook account and your this and then your that, right? And you can go, when I get a new lead, or a new sales lead comes from a Facebook ad, then go to Salesforce and create a new record of a new lead. Then go to my Slack and send them team a message saying, hey, we've got this new lead from such and such, and they need you to do this action now. And in this time, we haven't got this here, but we've gone through the website, we've figured out what they do, we've figured out how many team members they've got on their LinkedIn, we've got all this context. Here's an email you should send to them, ready to go. All done with the power of AI and automation. Yeah, I think it's pretty damn cool, right? I think it's very damn cool.
That's amazing, Ro.
Absolutely.
Tell us more, keep going.
Okay, so the other one I don't have on here, actually, let's go number 3, N8N. This is for these sort of people, the ones that write code all day, but it's getting less technical. Jan, who is the founder of it, is such a nice guy. I have a chat with him every now and then, and he's constantly going, we want to make this a more people-focused one, so I'm hoping you guys can use this soon a bit more easily, but it's so cheap compared to Zapier. Zapier is expensive, let's be frank. It's like $39 for only a couple hundred, and that goes fast when you're doing it every day, but N8N is a lot cheaper. You can even run it free if you want on an open source plan, but this allows you to get more creative. So remember how I was showing you the document before with the scanning? So we can use things like Google Cloud. This is where it gets technical, so this will be available in further trainings I'm hoping to work on, but Google Cloud, essentially we can go, hey, here's an image. Can you tell me what's inside this image? Or here's a PDF, or all those certain things. So we can break it down step by step, extract the data for you, and then we'll be able to read it. And so that's really helpful because I feel today we've got a visual world, right? We've got an audible world. So meeting notes, here's an audio file. There's tools like Otter that already do this, but here's my meeting notes recorded from Teams, let's say, upload it automatically, all done in the background without having to copy and paste into a ChatGPT interface. Glide, this is one that most people won't recommend because it isn't traditionally for this. But basically it's internal app builders, okay? So it's a no-code thing. So if anyone use Wix or Squarespace to build a website? Yeah, a couple hands, cool. Has anyone used Canva? Yeah. Okay, so they're all visual interfaces to, do the same thing that would require like Photoshop or a website like a developer. So Glide is a no-code internal business tool maker. It's super simple. Like it's literally just hop in and go, I want to have a database type thing. It's already ready to go. Just put the information into it, and it's super simple to learn. This is probably the most untechnical thing other than Barding and Zapier, but it takes a bit of time, but really worth looking into. But what you can do with this is you can have the hub of your business. So you can go in and click a button going, I need to do this action, or here's all my clients, and all this related data, and you can trigger AI automation from that. You can have it generates an app for you for your phone. Hop in, take a photo inside the app, boom, created, and then you can generate all the other tasks from there like we just talked about. Make is another version of Zapier. Retool is similar to Glide. The other ones on the bottom, I'm experimenting with currently. These, how do I even explain them? They are mind-blowing. That's the only word for it. These tools literally can control your entire screen. Like you can literally say, here's a goal I have, and it can go away and do the task for you. You can figure out what other tasks need to happen and do it. It can be trained, of course, but it can literally, instead of sitting down at the computer clicking button by button, if you don't have the knowledge to go and use something like the N8N or the Zapiers to actually connect the dots and all that, literally just hop on your Chrome and go, cool, I want to do this task, and it'll run it, which is just insane. And I'm seeing a lot of faces going, oh my gosh, it's insane, but huh? Like it gets confusing, right? I totally get it. It's a big learning curve because we've been taught to do things manually. We've always interacted with the internet as literally like a hammer, right? You go grab a hammer and you hit the nail and with a screw or whatever it is, and then you would do that. But the computer came along, we're like, cool, we've got to interface it the same way we would with like a hammer. It goes back the whole way through. The Industrial Revolution, when that happened, we had, we still had to do the work, but then some robotic stuff came in and it was people still, administering it. So what we've got here is the equivalent of the robot on the production line. So you think about, car manufacturers now, we've probably all seen like the documentaries of like the Tesla factory or Ford factories or something like the iPhones or anything like that, right? It's all done by robots now. But what that is, it needed to be trained. How we do step by step. And so that's what these tools can allow you to do. Is there any questions on this before I move on to the final piece, understanding processes? So I know there's a lot to take in, and I want to quickly catch this before we wrap up. Yeah.
Just on the API feeds.
Yeah.
First one, the API feeds go both ways from two systems?
Yeah, correct. So you can connect the feeds both ways.
And how smart are API feeds, like for me, dumb old painter? How would I systematically or go through coding?
So for tools like Zapier and Bardeen and even Glide, they don't require a whole deal of knowing. Literally, it'll tell you just go to this tool and click these buttons to generate a thing called an API key, which is a fancy term for a secret password so no one else uses your account, right? So you give it that, and it will do the rest of the work. So that's a lot easier. Tools like NAN, write code, I hate doing that. But you can do it, right? So API is super simple. It's literally just, here's 3 buttons you've got to press, click it, copy it, good to go.
One last one, you said about how once you get the API feed, it will go through and understand and can do the actions for you. How does it learn? Does it learn off information like text, or does it learn colors, pixels?
Yeah, great. So APIs are like connecting data together, right? So it's like pretend you hop into a tool and you manually do something. That's what an API is. The brain is which would be the AI of going, I need it to be like this. So you've got a robot doing the task, so connecting buttons, putting data in. But in my brain, which is the AI side of things, is, hey, how can I connect? How can I pull in context to do the task? So for things like posting to Facebook with a click of a button, that doesn't require AI, right? It's because it's simply just getting stuff that already exists, posting. Where things like, I need to create something from scratch as I go along, that's the AI piece in the middle. Does that make sense? Yeah. At the back, yeah. With APIs and stuff? No, they're literally built for developers to build other apps. So it's like, do whatever you want with them, just don't do anything sketchy, of course, There's any technology. Yeah, yes.
Will it also do the filing for you? So if you do letters on Word, you've also got correspondence on emails, you've also got all your invoices. Will it actually pick up all those documents and put them all into one file and then extract
you can set it up to do so. Like for example, like all my emails, if I have a tag assigned to which I've got like keeping filing, I can literally take it and it goes into a folder relevant to the client. So all my correspondence goes into a Google Doc and it's saved into that client. So it's all possible. It can go so far as tools you use. Any graphic designers or anything in the room, or graphic designers writes to Photoshop? Lots of it, I'd imagine. Cool. So what I've managed to do is taking Photoshop, which is a physical tool on your computer, and literally getting it to go in and make, so this for quite a large client where we wanted to make, I think it was 100 segmented ads. Same template, just different text on it and different images based on demographic, location, interests. Now that would have taken tens of thousands of dollars for graphic designers to do, one by one. What we've done now is we're connecting, literally taking, here's the context we need, here's information about all these different segments, what we want them to achieve, create an image for the background, create the text for the ad, generate it, it could be like even animated things like After Effects, right? And then export it to my computer or Google Drive. It's all possible. Everything you use can be automated, which is scary and insanely cool. Yes?
The one phrase that comes to mind is rubbish in, rubbish out.
Yeah, absolutely right.
So therefore it's still, the onus is still upon the business owner.
Correct.
To make certain that the stuff that she puts in
yes,
is appropriate.
Absolutely right.
For what needs to be done.
Correct. So it's part of like our AI policy we were talking before, right? It's what are your rules and your regulations around it? It's making sure that you are comfortable with the input and output. It's that companion piece, right? As a business owner, you're responsible for what your teams do. It's no different than AI. You're responsible for the inputs and outputs. So you need to make sure that if you're using it, absolutely go hard, but you also don't want to be sending automated emails to clients that make no sense, and that's not a good look for any business. So it's making sure that you've got it right, the input is correct, and the output is as such. Cool. I think that is us. Any final thoughts before we move on? And we have a quick break before our final panel. information overload, brains frying. I'll leave you with that. Awesome. Thank you guys.